Hey, what is up, everybody? Welcome to the stream. Let me make sure I have everything all set up here. I'm going to restart this. Let's see. Make sure I get my chat straight here. In here, just do me a favor and say hi real quick so I know that I'm all set up, and I'll get started. Anyone? Roll. Okay. I don't see anybody say anything. Twitch.com. ZBrushLIVE. Mute. Okay. There you go. All right. What's up, Alex, Emilio? All right, cool. So let's go ahead and get started here. Got a lot to do today and not a lot of time to do it. So last time I left off with you guys, I was getting pretty far along with the trap jaw. So I've done quite a bit since then, and I just kind of want to start off by showing you the progress and then what's changed and the notes, and then I'll move on. Judge, hey, how you doing? Yeah, today is trap jaw, Emilio, again. All right, so let's open up a pure ref here. Hey, Amy Berry. All right, so this is kind of what we started off with the T-pose, and then I posed them, and I'm showing this because the pose has gone through a whole lot of changes, like all the way up until this weekend. So and it just will go to show you how like just the smallest thing can take it from being pretty whack to being pretty good. All right, so I will show you this. This is kind of where we were when I got started, and not so good, right? He looks like he's falling forward. It's just not very good. All right, so that was that one. And then I got to this guy right here, and it was a little bit better, but it's not very dynamic, right? So, and do me a favor, if this music is too loud, let me know. Let me turn it down a little bit, because I can hear it in my headphones, right? But you guys let me know. Charlito 3D, what's going on? All right, so the pose is kind of gone on until it got to this here, right? Which is a little bit better. It's actually a lot better. Way better. A whole lot better. Just letting you know that, because it was terrible before. But I have notes, and you can see I went in and kind of redid the jaw, detailed that some, and so let's go, all right? Have a sip of coffee if you don't want. And open up Photoshop, because I actually have, that was the old pose, right? And this is the new pose. So a little bit better. Before, after, before, after. It's like the eye doctor. Better, worse, better. Okay. What's up, pro? All right, so let me move this out of the way. Turn on my notes. This is what we are doing today. Got a lot, right? But I'm gonna be on here for 3 hours, so let me just save this as a JPEG on the desktop. notes, and I'll save it as a JPEG. How's everybody doing today? Save it pretty big and say okay, and then I'm done with Photoshop. Right? Let's move this out of the way, and eventually we're going to get to a render like this Carnage that I did. I can't wait for that, but that's like a few streams down the road. Let's go over here, and you can see that after I posed it, I've been working on the anatomy quite a bit, just to make it feel a little better. I wanted to make him feel like he had weight to him, and so I actually thickened up his legs. Tin of Slug, what's up? So I thickened up his legs, made his boots larger, and what else? His belt before was lower, and it was weird because it looked like he had on like some low-rise fur underwear, which is not a good look. So I brought it up higher. Might pull it up even a little bit higher in the front after I kind of figure out his abs. You can see I didn't really get into those yet. And I remade a lot of stuff. Now I started, if you have been with me through this process, I mean, you remember the belts were done pretty much. Not done, but they had more detail. This shoulder piece had more detail. But when I posed it, everything got super wobbly. So what I did was I went ahead and, you know, it doesn't look like I have Facebook chat on here. Let's see. I don't see Facebook chat. I just see 2 of 3. So I'm going to disconnect and reconnect. Let's see if that does it. Continue. And say yes. Oh, still says 2. It's not connecting. All right. Somebody reminded me last time how to get it to work, and not lockjaw, trapjaw. Yeah, somebody remind me, if any of the streamers in here, remind me how to get Facebook to kick in, because it's not doing it, and I want to be able to talk here. You know what, let me restart the thing. It's just a tremendous distraction to have to look over here and see what the Facebook cats are saying. No, it's not working. Alright. So I guess I'm gonna have to do that. Let's go on Facebook. Hey, there's a lot of people saying hello. Hello, guys. Alright. Okay, I guess because I restarted, it's not there. It's my bad. Alright, I'm gonna just go ahead and go here. Just, I guess it's gonna start to populate. No, it's not. So let's get those notes up, actually. Open my, just bring them over here, and I save the notes and just drag them in. Yeah, He-Man. There's probably a lockjaw in something else, so I didn't know if you were talking about that or not. Could have been talking about that. Alright, so I'm just going to get my notes nice and big here. Move them over here. And let's get started. I'm actually probably going to have to move those to another screen because they just take up too much real estate. But the first thing we're going to do actually is get finally on this arm, which I've been putting off forever. Right, and that's going to be, there's going to be a whole lot of Z modeling today. So if there's anybody who ever wanted to know how to use ZModeler and hasn't, or just wants to see somebody working in ZModeler. Today is your day. Move this out of the way. Come on. There you go. All right, select that, solo it out. So this is like my just proxy arm, okay? And if I turn off dynamic, you can see that it is pretty simple. I'm gonna turn off color so we can see what we're dealing with here. What's up, Mr. J? Thank you, thank you. All right. So I'm actually going to clone this piece onto a new set, right, where it's the only subtool, and kind of separate these pieces. Split hidden. Split hidden. I'll leave this alone for now. Let's get to this part. Still no Facebook. It was something really simple to get it to turn on before connecting. It's not doing it. All right. Sorry, guys. So I'm going to duplicate this because I'm going to be making additional parts for this. I think what I'll do is I'll start off with the forearm part here. So let's just select it. And I've just masked off everything else. What material am I using? It's just the basic material. I might have filled this with something, but right now it's just basic. All right, so I'm just gonna get rid of some of these insert edges that I have and start scaling this thing down. The top. Seems to be the new bot or something I've seen on the stream. Oh yeah? Okay. Yeah, for some reason, what was it that was in here the other day? It was Shane. Shane came in and he told me one thing and boom, it was up and running. Like he fixed it super fast. But so Shane, if you come in, hey, what's up? Andy Nepit. So pretty much all the hard surface stuff that I make is done this way. I use ZModeler. I don't really leave ZBrush. So I want to get that bow there. Another one here. I'm just going to scale this in a little bit to give that a little bit of a bow. think the top probably could be a little bit smaller too. Alright, so now if I turn on dynamic, we start to see the shape starting to get where we want it. Alright, in order to get a little bit of a sharp edge transition here, I can do one of two things. I can either crease it and set the crease level kind of low, and then when I go to actually turn on the dynamic, if I turn it up, let's just do it instead of talking about it, I'll do it. What software do you use to put your photo references in? This is PureRef. Let me put it in the chat. PureRef. It's on Mac and PC, so it's pretty great. Right, so let's crease this edge loop here. Now before I do, I want to turn down the crease level because I think it's set by default to like 15. I don't want it anywhere near that high. I'll just turn it down to like 1 because I just want a slight crease. Alright, so then there's my crease, and then if I turn on dynamic and I have anything above 1 subdivision, it's gonna soften it. Right, so if I set it to 1, you don't really see anything, right? Let's turn it up to like 3, 4. All right, so maybe that's a little low. Let's set it to like 2. So I'll just go in and get rid of that crease, bring it up to, let's see what 3 does. There you go. And then if I turn this up, start to get the shape. Engine, what's up? Okay, so it's not too shabby. It's not exactly there yet. You just start moving things around to shape it. Okay. So now I want to copy this end cap here. So I'll just make a duplicate of the whole thing actually. Subtotal. And it's soloed. I only really care about the end cap. So let's grab that. Make sure I just have the one. I don't, I have 2. If I turn on double, you can see I have both end caps. So because I hid the other geometry, I can just hit auto group and it will group it into 2 separate pieces. Right. I only need this part so I can delete hidden. Alright, and I'm going to move kind of fast on this, but if anybody has any questions about anything I'm doing, just ask. Alright. I see Nando on Facebook, Angel on Facebook, thank you. Who else? Davo, Jason, you were about to mention how you fix those loose belts in the pose. I'm curious about that. I ended up, what's up, Dwayne? I ended up going in and just making new belts, basically, right? So I just took the geometry. He has a question about how I remade the belts. Cleaned them up after they got wobbly, right? So if I turn off solo and I hide poly, frame. I have this guy as like I can step him down to around here, which is what I did. And then I have a curved tube snap that I just redrew the belt on him and just kind of repositioned it, right? And then after that was done, I just went in and used the inflate and the clay to make it form around the belt like his skin. So if I turn off everything but him, you can see I have it looking kind of like the belt is digging into his skin. Right. So it looks gnarly when you turn everything off, but when you turn it all on, it starts to make sense. All right. So that is that. Any other Facebook questions? Let me see real quick. Nope. Start utilizing ZModeler. Yes, do it. Do it, do it. Barry, thank you. Alright, so we go back over to here. Put solo. Turn on a poly group. Turn off double. Okay. So now at this point I can just kind of Q-mesh out. I want to make sure that I'm Q-meshing the entire poly group. Right, just give it some thickness. Hey, how you doing? Right now, if you hear a squeaking, I apologize. I bought an ergonomic chair. This, I don't know if you can see it, but probably easier to see if I get out of the chair. Maybe. There you go. So it's a nice chair, and that's my fan, and those are my toys. Sorry, moving the camera around. So the chair is nice, right? But it squeaks. Like the arms squeak. I don't like that. They're really annoying, especially when I'm doing a stream. It just makes a lot of noise. So I apologize for the squeaky arms. Alright, so I need to hide everything except for what I want, which are the new pieces. Alright, Ginger Bear. Oh, cool. Yeah, thank you. Thank you. Because I'm gonna miss stuff on Facebook. If anybody can get on Twitch or YouTube to chat, I'll see that a lot easier. Alright, so I'm still just kind of moving along with this. I'm working on this piece right here. Right. Oops, I don't want to do that. In fact, let's, if I hold down the control and click, I mask everything except for this poly group. So then at that point I can just scale it. Alright, just by using the center piece here. Oops, I don't want to crease, I want to insert. Insert an edge loop. Twitch and YouTube are alive. Yes, yes they are. I always have a hard time getting Facebook to, the chat in Facebook to work with Restream. I'm going to give you a heads up. My son had a half day today, and I don't know how he's getting home, so I might be taking a phone call. I'm not going anywhere, but I got to at least get him hooked up with an Uber. Something like that. Cool. Alright, so we turn on dynamic, start to get this shape here. Let's turn on dynamic for this one as well. Actually, let's keep that edge nice and crispy, so I'm gonna put a holding line right at the edge there. Let's do the same with this. I could crease it. I want to get selective about my creasing here, so. The other thing is, let's see. What does this shape look like overall? It's not bad. Yeah, that's not bad. Okay. So turn on dynamic, and then let's go back to this piece. Let's just shape it a little bit. I think I'll stretch it out some. So that's that piece. And this was sketched really quickly, so I'm going to be kind of figuring this thing out on the fly. I want to have a scallop, kind of a cut on here. So I will once again, let's see. Yeah, absolutely. It's loud, sure. Let's turn that down. Sorry about that. Let me know if that's better. All right. Where was I? Okay, I want to start to figure out the cuts on this, so I'll duplicate it. Yes, this is the 32-inch Cintiq Pro, which I will be reviewing. I'm doing a video review for Wacom later this week. I've had this for, I don't know, maybe like 6-7 months now, and I love it. It's really, really nice and big, so you can see like a lot of real estate. So I'm going to be reviewing that shortly. How's the topology these days in ZBrush? I've always loved it. Yeah, no, topology is great. This is the Pro Pen 3D. Yep, I have a review for that on the Wacom site as well. All right, what was I doing? I'm gonna try to stay focused when you guys ask me something. I forget what I am. I'm not a good multitasker. Let's make this a little. I want more of an extreme kind of a curve here. So let's just bring that in a little more. That's better. Okay, and I'm going to duplicate this piece. All right, solo it. And now what I think I want to do is start making some cuts, but before I do, let's go ahead and apply these dynamic subdivisions. Do I even want the end caps? I don't think I want those, so let's turn this off. All right, I'm going to delete the end caps, delete hidden. Less pixels per inch. No, there's way more. This thing is huge. The resolution on it is I can't remember. It's almost 4K, if not 4K. All right, so I deleted those end caps, right? So if I go back to my, oh, it's gonna save. And I'm gonna drink some coffee and squeak. you can see there's no inside or anything like that. So now let's apply the dynamic subdivision. All right, and you can see we can step up and down to the low res and the high res. Now I want to do some cuts. So let's go to a slice curve. And don't want to cut it there. Probably makes more sense to cut it above. Hold on 1 second, sorry. I gotta make sure my sun is straight, so. Multiple subdivision levels. Okay, so we're going to delete lower, and then I can chop it up. Yeah. Yes, definitely comparable. All right, I just want a nice scalloped edge. Okay, that's pretty good. My man. All right, my son's gonna be calling me in a second here. Is that? Okay. Great collection of toys, thank you. All right, so now that's pretty good, right? And I can, you guys talking about my text message? Okay. So now what I want to do is I want to give this some basically panel loops. So let's go under geometry, edge loop, panel loops. Let's figure out what my thickness is going to be. Now, I don't use panel loops that much, so this will be interesting, but let's see. Just turn on a little bit of a polish. And I don't want 5 loops, I want like... Alright, this is my son. Okay, 1 sec, sorry. Hey Chris, hold on 1 second. Hold on 1 second.
I pulled up some results.
I am trying to... Okay, there it is. All right, sorry guys. I'm gonna be dealing with that until he gets home. It was either that or not stream today and leave and go get him. But okay, I want to, what did I say, panel loop, right? Let's see what this looks like. Hey, that's not what I want. Double, let's turn down the thickness. Let's see, that's a little better. All right, the end is kind of wacky, but we can fix that. It's actually not bad. All right, so let's grab the, you know what I can do? I can just kind of line this up a little bit. And slice curve. Okay, the bottom's not bad. Delete hidden. Let's go back to my subtools. Let's see what we got here. What is up? All right. So now the piece up here, yeah, that's kind of what I want. I don't want to have that red piece. So let's get rid of some of these edges that I don't need. Get rid of that. What's that purple? Okay, I think I'm good. Sanford & Son, yeah, man. It's always it's a fan favorite. Everybody loves Sanford & Son ringtones. All right, let's delete hidden. Okay. All right, so that's not bad. I forgot this cut right here. I guess I can come back and get that a little later. But for now, let's make this little piece that kind of sticks out, like this blade part. So duplicate this and turn it into a Q-cube. This would have been much easier. In fact, let me think. No, let's just keep it moving. It would have been a lot easier if I had this thing lined up along the X and Y axis. I have it posed, so of course everything is kind of at a weird angle, but that's all right. It's okay, just listed playlist for the, definitely, I'll check it out. Check it out. Thank you for that. So just kind of get this lined up a little better. In fact, let's find. Very much eyeballed. Normally I would not eyeball it. So Q. Now I can always just give this thing some thickness, so I think what I'm going to do is get rid of the edges here. I just want a plane. Okay, so I can delete hidden. I can auto group this. Get rid of one of these planes here. Alright, delete hidden. And now I can start to shape this thing. So I will add some, using the Z modeler, go in and add some loops. No, this statue is Eric Sosa, and big fan of his work. So when I saw that Thanos, I mean, this was a year ago I got it, but I liked it so much I was like, I gotta have that one, and I do. And I talk to Eric all the time, tell him how much I like it. Okay, so let's get the shape down. Actually, it'd be easier to start moving things around if I didn't have so many points here. All right. I don't want to do this. Move points. Slide. That's what I want to do. This would be a lot easier, like I said, if I hadn't moved everything kind of all around, but I did. So I'm gonna make the best of it. And if I can just get the general shape, it's fine. All right, so that's close enough. Let's get some thickness. Actually, no, let's scale it first. Actually, this is supposed to be way up here. Q-mesh. Why is it not Q-meshing? Oh, do I have the other part hidden? No. Q-mesh, polygroup all. Solo it. Oh, okay. Wait a minute, is it inside out? What's going on here? I think I need to flip it. Yeah, for some reason it got turned inside out, but that's alright, I just flipped it. And so it's okay. And you can see I have that issue so much, I put the button right on my interface just to fix it. So now that I kind of have this thing figured out, I can start to shape it a little better. Okay, Black Panther for Marvel. That was actually a 3D. It's a 3D base mesh that I posed in ZBrush. That's when I first started this pipeline of making things and then using them for reference. But I posed it in ZBrush, lit it, and then used that as reference for my drawing and my painting for the Black Panther. All right, now I can see I can see that when I move this, it twisted a little bit. I didn't have it on the right axis, so let me just fix that. It's not that big a deal. Again, would have been much easier had I not had this thing in some weird position. Looks like this one moved as well. So let's just move that back over here. Q. All right, and now we'll just put another edge loop in here. Let's see what this looks like. It's going to get soft, but we can put some creasing on to make it hold its shape. And I think I want to move this back. Oops. Let's get this in the right position. I can tell already what I'm going to do is, once I get the shape correct, just re-extrude it, because it's not exactly what I wanted to do here. Built that base mesh of Black Panther. That was one that I made. I took a I think I used the super average, mixed super average guy as my starting point, and then just sculpted the muscles. All right, so let's get rid of these edges. Yeah, delete hidden. Oh, no. Now delete hidden. Okay. And I know that this is not the fastest workflow by any stance. Probably not even the best, but you know, I didn't come up in 3D. I'm really a 2D artist who's over the past 4.5 years picked up ZBrush. So so that's kind of why I am not in Maya rocking this or Max or whatever. So I'm just going to give this a bit of a bevel. See what it looks like here. Maybe a little bit of a holding line back here. Dynamic. All right, so for now it's good enough. All right, let's turn this on. just crease this edge to make it a little sharper. Oops, crease and crease. Eventually crease this one too. All right, so I think for the piece up here, this one, I can just duplicate, rotate. Sorry, hold on 1 second. Get this to my son. Okay. Yeah, I have no more ants, and it only took a month. Actually, those baits worked. I just had to leave them alone. If anybody saw my last stream, I was overrun by ants to the point where... Actually, last stream was really just a comedy of errors. After I finally got all of the ant poison cleaned off of my desk, the plug to my router fell out of the wall. So I was talking for, I think, 45 minutes, and I was not connected to anything. So that wasn't good. All right, so I want to duplicate this piece. Let's bring it down to the bottom. Duplicate. Let's rotate it. Now again, it would have been way easier if I had this in any kind of a lock to an axis, but let's just do it. Eyeball it. It's actually not bad. My man. The ant war was a bloody one, I'll tell you what. A lot of people lost their lives that day. So I'm going to use Boolean Meshes to start to form some of what I want here. So let's do constraints of snaps. Yeah, let's see. Let me see some W. Yeah, I just have this at a weird angle, right? It's not straight up and down, so you're not going to get those increments that would help. In fact, let's fix that. Let's just get this thing in a good position here, because it's kind of not smart to be working this way. Let's make a new object. Let's make a cube. Let's get that cube straightened out here. Where's the floor? Oh yeah, now was that off? Okay, there's the floor right there. Okay. All right. So this is ideally where I want everything to be. Let's get the arm. Let's get the joint and that piece. Okay. Oh yeah, I'm on a Cintiq. Sorry, I didn't see that. Alright, so now what I have is I'm going to kind of rotate everything at once. By clicking this kind of window shade over here, and I blocked the I masked out the cube, so I know where that's supposed to be. This thing doesn't have to be perfect, I just need to get it in a little bit better position here. Whoops. Also need to turn off symmetry. I'm really kind of doing this ass backwards. Had I made this from the start using the, keeping it lined up, then I wouldn't have to line up anything, and everything would have been lined up. Then I could have just posed it after the fact, which would have been way faster. But it's alright. Alright, so that's close enough. Q. I will hide the things that I don't need. Don't need that for now. Let's turn on transparency. It's close. Okay. Alright. Pizza box. No ants today. I have slain the ants. Actually, I'm going to rotate this around until it is in the right position. Let's turn that back on. And let's rotate this around. Okay, that's pretty good. Yeah, all right. So we'll be close, and then I can just line it back up when I take it back over to the model. Turn off transparency, turn off the floor, turn off that piece. Let's close close, but not close enough. W, let's rotate this some more. Hey, what's up? It's canceling? What are you talking about? I gotta see if I can call my son Uber real quick. Sorry. Talk amongst yourselves. Uber, Uber, Uber. Do I have the app on here? Oh, there it is. Can you align the gizmo face to the cap? Yeah. Oh, and then click on the reset gizmo. Huh. That might be a brilliant idea. Let me try that. Let's see. Pickup point. Okay. Express pull. Anybody know the difference between Uber, Express pull, and pull? I'm gonna do Express pull. Let me know if that's a bad thing. All right, request. Oh, damn it. Sorry, it just quit on me. I was gonna say, if it's that easy, then let's try it again. To home. No idea. We only have Uber. Yeah, I don't know what this. I got Uber X, Uber Pool, Uber Express Pool. Let's try Express. Don't crash. Damn it, it keeps stopping.
No, I'm not a writer. Okay.
I gotta get my son home, you guys. I'm sorry. Try it one more time. There, two. Okay. To home. Maybe I had to have the location on. Confirm pickup. 1 seat. Continue. Is that it? Yeah. Okay. Let me call my son. Sorry. I don't use Uber, so I get excited easily. Of course, now he's not going to answer the phone. Come on, dude. Alright, I'm going to try your idea. Align to an end cap. No, that didn't do it. Dude, why aren't you picking up the phone? I got the car for you. It's on its way. But, I mean, I don't know what it looks like. I'll let you know when it gets there, okay? Alright, bye. Alright. Okay, I guess what, you do it for each subtool? I don't know. I'm not gonna. I think you're onto something. I just don't. I don't know how to do it. So I'm gonna move on. I'm gonna keep it moving. This is not gonna be an ant situation today. I'm not gonna get stopped. All right. So now I have this piece. I'm gonna start using Boolean Meshes to make this thing look interesting. Because right now it's kind of whack. Okay, so this piece, Q, let's mirror and weld. I'm gonna make this a negative. Make this a start. Turn on. Oh, light boolean's on. Okay. All right, so let's start figuring out this shape here. Mask the bottom. Okay. Just want to start to get an interesting shape. Yeah, let's bend it this way. Q. Alright, let's make another Boolean. Duplicate. And make that a cube. This a negative as well. So once I get a oh, 1 minute, wow, okay. This Uber is no joke. This guy's almost to the school already. Let me tell him. Car. Here. Be ready! Exclamation point. Last thing I need is for him not to be like ready to go when this dude gets there. Alright, so that's that. Let's see what we got here. I want this whole thing to be larger. So let's see if I can scale it all up. Alright, I just want to mask out that. Let's see if it works. Yeah. Okay. Let's make this piece a little more interesting too. In-curve modifier would have worked great for this. Have you tried it? Yeah, you know what? I am a mess when it comes to the like, I know you're totally right using the that feature. I'm just not good at it. When I get good at it, I'll definitely use it. I just don't want to look like a noob. You guys, stick to my wheelhouse. Alright, turn off Black Boolean for a second. And let's solo it. Oops, no, I don't want to do that. I want to split. Let's delete. Split hidden. Alright, let's delete that. Mirror and weld, no. Mirror and weld. Okay. Right now it looks like a hot dog. Pay no attention to the fact that it looks like a hot dog. Hello? Okay, my son is there. Do you see a sign on the building that says Convocation Center? Hello? Okay, did you drive into I'm sorry, hold on one second. All right, cool. Sorry about that. Hot dog hook. Hot dog hook, y'all. All right, let's turn that off. Let's center this. Bring it down. Stretch it out. Let's see what this looks like. Q in a less hot doggy way, if that's the thing. Turn on live. Bring that down. This is going to need to be the start. Make this a start, make that a negative, and let's see. All right, it's kind of big, but maybe what we do is, you know what? Let's do something. I'm gonna duplicate this piece. Should probably say, right? Just in case. I think I'm actually gonna get my son home. Yeah, the modifier cone nightmare. Yeah, you know what? I see people that are really good and fast, like really good, and it's one of those things like fiber mesh where I'm just not good at it. I'm gonna have to like practice to get there. All right, I'm gonna solo this out. This will go actually below this piece, and I want to scale this. Let's see, W. Scale this in and maybe stretch it out. Let's see what happens. Scale it in, stretch it. Okay. I know they're super powerful. I'm not there yet. You know what I mean? All right. I think my hot dogs need to be longer because I don't want to see that ends kind of get rotated there. W. So let's center up and stretch it out maybe. Like that. Okay. I know there's going to be hard surface people that look at this and like freak out. What are you doing? Okay. Big picture, y'all. Let's see. Now I'm going to duplicate. Actually, I'm going to cut a little. Cut a piece in here. This one. Let's apply the mesh and delete lower. Slice curve. Should I do a clip curve? Wrong way. Okay, there's that. Let me see something. Oh, keep doing it the wrong way. So I promise you, when I start H polishing this, it's going to look a lot nicer. Right now, it's like meh, not so good. Turn off the live Boolean. W. Let's turn on X symmetry and move these in a little bit. Let's make it a little thinner. Okay. Let's get a piece here because I don't like that very much. So get some techie stuff. Maybe a techie insert brush. that's a cool piece. Let's turn off the dynamic subdivision though. Split unmasked. And then this I want to be dynamic. Okay. That's actually pretty cool, that piece. Oh, what happened to my... Did I turn off the Boolean? No. What happened to my hot dogs? Oh, I made it a start. All right, let's move this down to the bottom. Turn off the start. That's a start. This is negative. Okay, there they are. They're the cuts. All right, I want to duplicate this piece. And rotate it. Move it up.
Are you listening? Damn.
See, this is centered and everything, nothing else is. But that's okay. Woman was yelling at me for the Uber pool. Apparently, the Uber pool means you have to walk to the car. They don't drive to you. Like they drive close to you, but they don't drive all the way up to you. So, apparently that's a thing. All right, so I like the way that looks on the end there. Just have to figure out how I'm going to position it. Maybe the cone goes on top. Let's try that. And let's, if we let's see something. If I move those pieces that are cutting in out a little bit, it's not gonna be visible. So let's do that. Let's move these out. There you go. Like that. It's got a little bit of a slice, but not a lot. For now, I just want to get the basic shape of this, and then we can move on. All right, so that's that. The ball joint goes here at the end. I have this little fin thing at the bottom there, which I'm sure I have an insert that looks cool for that. Let's see, engine and wings. Oh, I've used that for this part up here. Let's do the insert. Let's see. I think if I switch to my insert brush, IMM, and then I switch to this. Oops, and then I switch to this one, I should be able to see everything at the top. Should be able to, yeah, they're there. All right, so let's draw something out here. What is this piece? see what it looks like. Alright, I'll worry about the position after I find one that I like. Oh, why isn't it switching when I hover over it? Somebody remind me, there's a way to, maybe you have to have, there's a way that if you draw something out and then you hover over it, it just switches to whatever you're hovering over. I can't remember what that is. This is the one I want right here, actually. Nope. Let's try this one. What weird wings are these? You have to click to change it? Click on what? Turn gizmo on. Oh. Oh, okay. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thought you could just hover over it, but alright. I don't like any of these. Oh yeah, there you go. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Let's take that one. I like that one. Alright, split, unmasked. Alright, I don't like this thing. Solo. Where's the piece? That one. That one. Okay, I don't want the other piece, so let's delete this hidden. Alright, now let's turn off solo. Click on that. And center it and rotate it. Teamwork. Thanks, guys. Okay, let's get rid of this whack thing that I spent 5 minutes on. Because it sucks. Delete that. Take this one. Rotate this around. Okay. All right, so for now that'll work. All right. So now let's get onto that hook part, which is it's funny because it's actually similar to this thing I just drew out. That's not in parts, is it? No, it's not. Okay. Let's see, Facebook questions. Nope. Any way to select multiple subtools? Yeah, that's if you hold down your gizmo and you turn on the little shade thing here, that will select. That'll select multiple things, and then you can move them all together. Right, if I turn off live booleans, you can, actually I can leave that on. Yeah, so now if I were to move this, it moves everything. See? If you turn off this part, then it just moves this single subtool. All right, Okay, that question was from a while ago. Dante, what's up, man? All right, so that's that. Now we have the elbow joint, which is where? Where is it? It's the sphere. Where is it? So, oh, small. I see ya. W. Turn off transparent. Alright, so actually this piece right here, maybe I'll use that for the bicep. Let's just see something. Switch back to my guy. Oops, frame. Switch out of that. So that's what I originally had for the bicep. I'll probably end up using this piece. In addition to some other stuff. That. Oh, I forgot that piece that comes off here. Let's get that. Brush, insert, machine parts. Q. Let's get some interesting little cut-ins too. I'm gonna have wires and stuff coming off of this too, but for now this is just like greeble action type stuff. It's probably not going to be kept, but I just want it to look a little tacky. Mirror, and weld. Oops, no. W. Let's split it first. You know what? Let me make sure this car is back on the way home. Okay, cool. You know, back in my day, we didn't have Ubers. We had taxis and they wouldn't pick you up. Just saying. Alright, split, unmasked. And you know what? Let's actually flip this around. I want to make this a Boolean. See what it looks like. So I don't want this to be a start. I want this to be a Boolean, and I want to flip it around. Oh, you know what? Is that hollow? No, it's not. Just gotta rotate it. It'd be easier if I could see it. Oh, it's saving. Let me do it on time. 240. Ugh, doesn't look good at all. Oh, ugh, alright, I don't like that. I don't know why it's doing that, but I don't like it. Turn off Boolean. The internet was black and white. And we only have one channel. Alright, this is not Boolean. Let's turn back on the hot dogs and mirror and weld. Right, and let's try to get these in a decent placement. So W, center. Seriously, that's a center? Okay, rotate. Oh yeah, forget about remote controls. Let's take, oops, take this here, move these out some. And in some. Alright, so I want to kind of get the shape of this thing. I'm not going to spend a whole lot of time. I don't want to eat up all my time on this, but I do want to have some type of an arm for him that I can go in and make look better later. For now, it's going to be kind of what you see is what you get. Floppy. Yeah, those floppy disks, is that what you're talking about? It's real old school. So let's figure out the hook part. I don't want to do this hook. Let's see, I can probably find a piece that I can repurpose. Model kits, krill parts, I don't know what that means, miscellaneous parts. Let's see what this is. No, don't need that. Greebles. There's some interesting stuff here, but not what I'm looking for. Oh, what's this piece? I like that. I don't know what it'll be, but I like it. Let's straighten it out. rotate it some. Okay. Oh my God, yeah, no, pro. That's funny. I was just talking to my buddy from high school about that. We spent, I think, like 3 days typing in code to make this really like cheap version of Space Invaders. But man, when we were done, we felt like Bill Gates and Steve Jobs or something, you know? We did it! Alright, I don't like these little things here. Let's get rid of these. Solo, are they on their own? Yeah, let's delete these. They offend me. And this is too big. All right, it's better. So let's figure out this hook. I think I'm gonna have to just make it. So let's see how I want to approach this. I think I'll just do my normal duplicate cube. Start from the cube. Let's center it up. I want it to go that way. Turn off Boolean and let's solo it out. Delete hidden. Auto group. Delete hidden. Okay, and let's start to figure out this shape a little bit. Oh, you know what? Let's pause for a second on the arm. I want to make the padding for the boots, because that's something I can do quickly, and it's been bugging me that they're so hollow right now. So let's get into these boots. I want to make a cylinder. Duplicate the boot. Let's make a cylinder on Y. Yeah. Cylinder on Y. Turn off dynamic. Let's turn off solo. Center that up. And let's get this kind of where we want it to go. The only thing I want to see right now are boots and the yeah, boots in this part. Q. Oh, I can't see the chat. All right. Why am I seeing the arm? Let's turn that off too. am I seeing the arm right now? Oh, there it is. Okay. My bad. W. I'm just going to kind of get this in position. After I posed this guy, I had to do a whole lot of fudging around to get pieces to fit. So there's been a lot of cleanup. And I knew, I mean, when I first started this with you guys, I knew that was going to be the case. So that's why I didn't want to spend a lot of time on the belts, because I knew they would all totally just be redone. Alright, so let's solo this. Ideally what I want to do is I want to make a piece that looks like a thing. Where is it? Well, I'll just show you. Forget it. Trapjaw, he is. He's a very handsome dude. Delete hidden. Alright, so let's go to my sketch. I'm looking for something like this. Okay, so let's give this some thickness. I'm gonna flip it and inflate it. Not inflate it. Extrude it. So extrude polygroup all. Something like that. And then I'm going to shape it. Alright, so let's get this pushed in here. And because it's padding, it's okay if it's not super, you know, uniform. Ideally, it's going to look like the kind of foam that's on headphones. It's mighty quiet in here, nobody's talking. Alright, I don't want to bring this down. And bring this up. So basically, once that I get that shape that I like, I just tweak the outer shell, right? Because the inside got messed up. I don't care about that. So what I'm going to end up doing is delete everything, delete hidden, flip it, and then just extrude it out again. Oops. Like that. Now it's clean. Right, so if I hit dynamic, it's starting to look kind of pillowy, and I can start inflating and moving it into position. And it's okay if this gets like really full on the inside because my leg is there. Ideally, I'm going to be printing this, and I want it to be as watertight as possible. So it's alright if some of this stuff penetrates each other. Sculpting in pose. I've been doing a lot of sculpting after I pose my character. I did the, like a pose on this guy when I started him, just because I normally don't work that way and I wanted to do something different for this stream. But I've done so much posing on this after so much sculpting on this after I posed him that, I might as well have just done it that way from the start. Now, I will tell you, the one thing that's not good about that is things aren't as uniform as they could be if you did it, in like a T-pose or whatever. So this boot, when I put this padding in the other boot, when I copy it, it probably won't be anywhere near the same shape, but I don't think anybody's going to notice that. Alright, so that's one thing. I love seeing armor being designed in comments. Yeah, Trapjaw's all about comfort, man. He doesn't mess around. Like, he looks like he's one of those guys that is not, he's like a Frankenstein-y kind of dude. I can't wait to start adding the sutures on this guy. Like, I'm going to have him literally cobbled together. Like, he's been in battle damage and everything, so I just imagine that he's held together by Evelyn's magic and just some big nasty looking staples. But so he likes his armor needs to be comfortable, That being said, all right, so let's see. I got that. Let's just kind of give it some color, just so it. Where's that ogre? No. Okay, it's a little better than seeing a hollow shell. So let's make a duplicate of this one. Actually, I'm gonna just duplicate it and mirror and move it. Oh, I mirrored the wrong way. Surprised it is like this close to the same shape. I just figured it would be way off. It's pretty close. How deep do I have that other one in there? Boot is sketchy. I have to come back and fix it. More symmetrical, more asymmetrical, less fake, yeah, yes. Oh, cool. Thanks, Ian. CG Thundercats would be cool, man. I don't know about you guys, but the best part of Venom was the trailer with the first generation Transformers on the big screen. Like, that was amazing. Cannot wait to see Soundwave and Starscream. I hope they give them the same type of voice as the cartoon. That would be awesome. That would be so cool, man. I just don't know what took so long. You know, why do they think that we don't want to see that? Alright, so once I get a general shape here, I'm going to drag this other piece down a little bit too. Make it a little deeper. Where's the boot? Oh, it's that way. Okay. All right, so that's like the general shape of this thing. And now what I can do is, what do I have here? Am I getting the boot? Is he home? Almost there. Wow, that was a long ride. Oh, maybe because it's a pool, they had to pick up other people. I don't know. Okay, where was I? I'm on the boot. That's why. I don't want to be on the boot. I want to be on the insert. I want to switch. There it is. Okay. So now let's group these together. Just drop down the layer. Merge down. Okay, turn up the Dynamic Subdivision, which is pretty good. concerned about them matching up to the boot exactly right now. All I want to do is start to make them look like this thing in the picture. And then I can fix it later. Just get kind of a rough shape. Alright, then apply. So I can inflate now. I want it to get really pillowy. Like Judge Dredd type pillowy. There's a gnat in here. Size. Get out of here. Comfy, comfy. All right. So now the piece that I want to make it look like is the shoulder piece up here. You see the edging, right? Which I kind of did in the thigh pads too. There's a lot of that. It's going to carry throughout this piece, but my hopes are that his legs, it just adds to the bulk of his legs without making them look like too heavy. If this is a padding, then it makes more sense. I also need to redetail the pants. I made his legs thicker, and so these were the old little wimpy legs, and then I made them much thicker. Yeah, I like those pads, so I'll just detail them. All right, let's grab those. Turn off the color here. So I can see what I'm doing. Did a comic book painting for Bumblebee that wasn't used. Not comic book, Comic-Con. Remind me, I'll show it to you next time. I guess since it wasn't used, I can show it to you now. funny, my best friend from high school, still talk to him all the time, and he hates trap jaw. So every time I show it to him, it's like a personal, like, assault to his sensibilities. He's like, "Why are you still working on that thing, man? I don't like trap jaw." Like, well, I don't think I'm gonna stop because you don't like it, dude. Inflate now, inflate. Oh, damn standard. Oops. I think the side's going to be pushed down into it a little more. Smooth set to 100, which means that it completely undoes everything I do here. I don't want that. Alright, I can't see what's going on. Let's get this arm out of the way. Where is it? This one, right? Hide that. Let's hide the ground. Where's this? Oh, okay. Turn that off. And now go back to the boot. There you go. Now I can see what I'm doing. Digging the shape of this right now, but we'll get it. Fatigue on the Cintiq? No, I love it. I was talking to somebody the other day that doesn't like to use ZBrush on the Cintiq. He just switched back to the get out of here. He just switched back to the Intuos. God, I hate that I can't move this. What the heck, man? Why can't I move this? It's the one thing about a PC. I don't know what it is. Like I love my new machine, but it seems like something as easy as grabbing the top window and moving it. You can't do it. Like it just. God. Oh, there it is. Jeez, you have to be like right in the right place for the thing to move. Crazy. What was I talking about? Oh yeah. He doesn't like using the Cintiq for ZBrush. I, on the other hand, like it. What's up, First Disciple? Use a haptic rig? What are you talking about? Mouse. All right. Easier to move with a mouse. That's what I was using, a mouse. Look at a mouse. Doesn't want to move sometimes. Makes me mad. Clay buildup. Did want to do some more anatomy. The day is getting away from me. 3:16, I got 45 more minutes. All right, let me know what you guys want to see and I'll work on it. You want me to work on, I got a lot of things I could do. I could detail some belts. I could get back into, you know, nailing down some anatomy on him, work on his pants. It's up to you guys. I'll do what you want. Ants are gone, but now I have gnats. I think they're trying to avenge the ants. Anatomy? All right, I got one anatomy. I can go on that. No, that's not true. Not better than Scott Eaton, but thank you. Not even close. You kidding me? Oh, this is sorry. I didn't mean to scare you. I have this gnat that keeps flying at my face, and I can't kill him. I'm trying my best. always at war with some kind of insect lately. Oh, my son's home. And alright, so that loud sound you're hearing is the shower. So you'll be hearing that for hopefully not very long, but it's right next to my office. Sorry about that. Where did I learn? I'm still learning it. I just I have a lot of books. I made some boards on Pinterest, and I've got this guy, which is my favorite. It's a Andrew Carr statue. I use that all the time. Alright, so I just want to get the general shape of one of these done, and then I will get into some anatomy. My arm drove my hand. You know what? I used to, for the longest time, I worked on an Intuos. I had a just a 6x9, and I used it for several years for my illustration. And there was a job I was doing where I had to work basically around the clock for a week to get stuff done. And I started getting carpal tunnel because, I mean, you're constantly, you have your hand in the same position. It's not, you know, it's just not moving, and it really was a problem. So as expensive as the Cintiq is, I just kind of bit the bullet because, you know, if you have an arm, you can move it around, and you're never in the same place twice, you know. Plus, it helps to have like a good chair. Ask your son to use a different shower. I know, right? I told him I was streaming. Like, I don't know. He does the one thing that I don't want him to do. Welcome to parenthood. Alright, how's that looking? Let's see. Okay. Getting there a little more. I'm just happy you got home. That Uber driver didn't try to pull a Judge Kavanaugh on him, you know what I mean? You guys know what I'm talking about? No, I'm just kidding. Just kidding. He didn't do anything. A kid. I'm kidding, but not kidding. My wife told me no politics online anymore. And so I'm gonna do that. No more. You never know. There might be a conservative think tank that wants to like hire me for a job. I'll be alienating myself, you know what I'm saying? Can't do that. Alright, that's close enough, I think. Okay. All right. So later on, I'll make it look puffy, but or quilted rather. But for now, that's cool. So did you guys want me to? You want me to go ahead and get into anatomy or work on the other one? What's up? You let me know. I gotta save my arm. I forgot about the other arm. Let's get that. See what things look like here. Turn on some stuff. Wait, I don't want. No, I do want that one. That's the arm socket thing. Okay. Move this out of the way. See what that boot looks like now. I think that's better. Yeah. Do a quick render. Monster eye tip shape to create those eyes for the model. Oh yeah, that's just that ain't nothing but a little bit of poly paint. I can show you what it did if you want to see the eye thing. I didn't finish his face either. I got to go in there and finish that. I got one side that's a little more detailed. The hand isn't done yet. I got to do that. You know what? I'll do a little bit of the face, and then I will, and then I'll get into the hand, because that's got to be. I got to finish that. All right, so that render looks better. Yeah, I like that. I like the insert on the boot. I think that works. Okay. Let's get. I guess I'll do the pants another time. Let's get those out of here. Tool. Turn off those. So got knee padding, add noise to the leather. Finish sculpting the hand. Detail the belt and piping UVs. Okay. Cat's fur. Yeah, no, you totally can. You can make the legs as a what is it called? The brush. The it's not Chisel 3D. What's the thing called here? Let's see. Brush. Crap, I have all these floating windows. Yeah, so with the Chisel 3D, which is actually called something else, it's not called Chisel 3D. Somebody remind me what it's called. But you can make these you can make full pieces of anatomy that you can drag out. Let me see if I can find something I can show you. Let's do it on the belt. So like, oops. Word. Wait a second. Nose. Why is it not doing it? Chisel 3D is selected. Let's make us cube. Duplicate. Cube. Oh, I guess I don't have enough geometry. Divide it up. Yeah, so Like if I made the legs, I would have to sculpt them out of a polyplane first, but then once that's done, cats, I could totally just have the leg on tap. Hearthstone, been playing for hours. Let me stop. Pro, what are you doing, man? VDM, thank you. Vector displacement mesh. That's the name of the brush. Thank you, guys. All right, let's get rid of that. And what did I say I was going to do? The face, real quick. Let's get in that face. Crap. So you can see it's soft, right? There's not a lot of detail yet. I was more concerned with getting the forms and stuff right, which is what I'm doing for his whole body. If I turn off the stuff, like I spent a lot of time on his arm and working my way to his back right now. But originally, this thing had some really suspect. After I posed it, his forms got really suspect. Not good. Not good. Like real wonky. All right, look at it. I don't know what's going on with his arm. It's all broken. So just went in and started doing that. But for his face, it's still soft. So let's go in and try to address that a little bit. Without the mouth and the chin and everything, it's kind of hard to tell what's going on. So let's turn that stuff on as well. Let's turn on the eyes and the mouth and the jaw. Actually, yeah, we can have the jaw on. Let's leave that on. All right. So to make these eyes look scary, I kind of painted in some cloudy cataracts on his eyes. So if you look here, this is all just poly painting, but just made his eyes look like they're all kind of clouded over, and then just kind of painted I painted the shadow for his eyelid on there. This is nothing that I made up. In fact, Danny Mac has a really good, he's another streamer if you aren't familiar with him, for ZBrushLIVE. Danny Mac has a fantastic tutorial on painting eyes. So check that out on his YouTube page, but basically same technique. And then, you know, for Trap Jaw, I just kind of darkened the areas around his, why does it look so soft? Maybe it's the shader I have. Let's get this out of here. For the basic material. Yeah. I just painted a dark area around his eyes just to set it off. The light is in the wrong place too. Let's move that up. And then when I'm sculpting this, I normally turn off the poly paint just so I can see what I'm doing. It makes it easier. And I switch between my materials to get, like, sometimes the shading will throw you off as well. I don't know why this looks so dark. Oh, you know why? Because I'm not on the subtool. That's why. Alright. What happened to his mouth? That's not attractive at all. I really only care about his face, so let's just hide everything else. Okay. I want the clay spin brush. Okay. The other thing that's super important is getting yourself some good ref. So I have these faces that I found on Pinterest of people's sculpts. Some really good stuff here. And it's just finding, you know, finding some good reference to work from. You can see this is still super soft. Like, it's just not, I haven't gotten to that second level of detailing yet. On the head anyway. On the body I started to circle around to it. What did I'm sorry, I didn't understand what you're talking about, Cats. Yeah, so if you have time, would you do grooves in the arms of the characters like Colossus or Cable? For this guy? You talking about for him, Pro? I'm gonna do him. What's up, side effects? I'm going to give him sutures. Like I'm gonna make him very Frankenstein-y. I have a sketch. So he's gonna be all cut up, sewn back together. Like that. So if you know what I'm saying. Face. All right. So I'm not looking at any one piece of reference for this. I've been bouncing around from a lot of different stuff, but this guy's his cheekbones look pretty good, so use that as a reference. Got some stuff from Walking Dead that's really good. And this is how I approach my anatomy. It's a whole bunch of just sketching in and cutting out areas. Skin layers on Dragon Parrot Sculpt. Yeah, you know what? I like using layers. The only thing I don't like about the layers is I forget to stop recording, and then my color material gets all screwed up when I open it back up again. The other thing is I also like the option of being able to hide, you know, hide areas of the mesh so I can move around faster. And you know, if I was using layers, you can't hide your mesh really. For this guy, it's really hard to tell what's going on unless I turn on the other parts of his face. Like, it's just super hard to see what's happening. That helps big time. clarify the question. The leg that you... Okay, the leg you had a duplicate of next to the main character. Could that leg have been an instance of the one attached to the body? So when you added detail to the knee and leg, it would update the attached character. Oh, yeah, so if I was using, what's it called? I know with array mesh it deals with instances, so it does the live update, but I don't think that would do what you're, I might be wrong, but I don't think it's going to do what you're saying. The only reason I kept that leg is because I sculpted the details for the pants, and when I made the new leg, I know I'm going to have to do it again, so I just wanted something to look at. A lot like when I'm painting, I like to have reference, and if I do something that I like and then something happens where I have to recreate it, it's always nice to have that original piece of reference next to you. But I'm not sure. I mean, if anybody in here knows of a way to do what Katz is talking about, then yeah, man. Let's see when I added skin tone. Lost or blended. Oh, with layers, that should be perfect for layers. The adding skin details. What time is it? 41. 15 minutes. Man, these things fly by. So again, if you're not already, please give me a follow on Twitch. I do stream on there myself. On Saturday, I had a 3.5 hour stream where what did I do? I made his jaw, actually. I went through the whole process of taking it from this piece into, you know, what I have right now. So my Twitch is MikeT2K. So if you give me a follow on there, you can see me working on this guy when I'm not in here. I'm on every other week, twice a month for Pixelogic. So whenever I'm waiting for approvals for illustrations, I like to hop back in ZBrush and just kind of noodle away at this thing, or work on something like that Carnage that's on my desktop, you know, in Substance. I keep saying I'm going to do Substance. I definitely will do that. And I had someone asking me last stream if my class that I had for Ryan Kingsland would be available for on demand, and it is now. He gave me a link, so if you're interested, just DM me and I can give you the link to that. That was a fun class. We made superheroes. Spoiler alert. Shocker. Few minutes, let's get into some other anatomy, some like actual muscles and stuff. Oh, I said I was going to do the hand. Dagger, I didn't get to the hand. So much to do. Maybe I can knock out some abs real quick because he needs some. Let's see. Shining sphere. No, I didn't do the shocker. I did just I had people make up their own superheroes to go along with the character that I have, that I painted for Carell, called Vulcan. He's on my ArtStation let's see. If you go to ArtStation and go to Mighty Artworks, that is it's a guy with the glowy fists. I did him for a Corel piece a long time ago, and so people made up their own guys, and we did like a pose, and then we did a paint over. It's good fun. Good fun. So there's so much reference for muscles, but I found it's funny, like for painting, or not painting, sculpting. I keep saying thinking painting because the reason I got into ZBrush is the sculpting feels so much like painting that I can relate. But as far as great reference goes, I found on Instagram this site for like female bodybuilders. And it's amazing. Like, they look scary, but like I wouldn't want to cross them, but man, the muscles are super well defined, and they don't have the bulk of a dude, so it's very easy to see insertion points and all that good stuff, you know, the way they flex and contract and all that. So I've been looking at that a lot lately. On my Pinterest, I have a whole bunch of anatomy reference. Everything for me, by the way, is at Mike T Artworks. So if you go to Pinterest, you want to follow some good boards, I have some good stuff on there. Not blowing my own horn, but I'm just saying. I know how to copy stuff good, put it in a folder. Even in ZBrush equivalent. Yeah. Yep. Okay, what are we looking at? What time is it? Okay. Got about another 10 minutes. I want to give him some real gnarly kind of arthritic almost fingers, just real nasty. So while he does like comfortable armor, he doesn't take good care of his skin. You can see these fingers over here I didn't get to yet. They're very sketchy. And this is kind of how I do everything. I'll just build up the forms real loosely. If you look at it closely, it's really kind of ugly. And then as I kind of figure them out, I'll just refine it until it gets to be nice and smooth and clean. Yeah, like this finger is pinched at the tip. That's the only downside of working out of symmetry, is you have to do all this stuff twice. Oops. Wow. Smooth is too high. This knuckle is a pain. You know what? It's because I have the... back too high. All kinds of misshapen. Oh, sorry, guys. Is this it? Pinterest.com? Yeah, I think that's it. Let me see. That's me. Well, I think you're being kind about the finger. It's kind of... Fingers take a while. And this one is fighting all the way. But I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get it. You better believe it. Wish I had more time. Seemed like this thing just flies away from me. I don't know. I added an extra hour and I feel like I don't get as much done as when I had 2 hours. So I have to okay, still got a few minutes. I have to see if I can find somebody who has my Marvel X-Men cards, because I did these cards for Upper Deck, which they were supposed to send me copies of when they came out, and they never did. So I was talking to a friend of mine who also did some illustrations for him, and he didn't get his either. So he's he went on Facebook and asked around for people who had duplicates. But if anybody sees the, what is it, Marvel Ultimate X-Men Juggernaut or Sunspot, those are mine. If you have extras, help a brother out, please. seems crazy to me that you can't buy your own cards. You gotta like go out and buy them in the whole pack and then hope that you get them. That's what you do. Be careful, I don't make this thing look like a thumb. Got a friend who made a fingernail brush that I was like, that's brilliant, dude. It's like all clean, super like uniform fingernails. I go over here sculpting these fingernails time and time again. And you have a brush for them. Alright, so I think I'm almost out of time here. Got a couple more minutes left. If anybody has any questions about anything, hit me up. If you want to join me before the, what is today, the 10th, I think I'm back on 2 weeks, whatever that is. So if you wanna get together with me on Twitch again before that, just like I said, just give me a follow on Twitch and you get notified whenever I hop on. Because I have, you know, family, it's kind of hard to know when I'm going to be in there, but you know, if I pop up and you have time, please join me. That'd be fun. The middle's my favorite. Well, yeah, you can only do so much. Only do so much before you get tired or burn out, but I do notice that I've been sculpting a lot lately, and there's like a marked difference in where I was even last year, you know? I've only been doing this for like 5 years, so it's very easy to look back at my earlier stuff and just see that it was not very good at the beginning. Let's do a quick final render. Let's see what we're looking at. Let's turn everything on. Oh, I forgot my other arm, but I don't have time to pop it in there. Let's hide this. And turn it around here. Yeah, so if you have time, plenty of great streamers on later on today and this week. Definitely check them out, you guys. Let's give it some perspective here. And a last render. Thank you, Water Caner. Thanks, cats. Thanks, everybody. Thank you, Easter Bunny. Come on, let's get this render done before my time is up. Is it already? Oh, it's 4:01. I gotta go. All right. I was hoping this would be done. It's almost done. Is there somebody right after me? Let's see. Let me tell you who's on next. Today, what's the schedule? Okay. Ashley is on at 5 o'clock, so she's not on yet. Well, it looks dark. All right, but I'm gonna go. Yep, there's Ashley. Definitely check out Ashley. She's amazing. And she like does an entire sculpt in one session, which is crazy to me, but that's what happens when you're really, really good. All right, guys, so I guess I'll be picking this up again next time. If anybody's starting to get trap jaw fatigue, just let me know, and I can move on to something else. Carnage is done, but maybe a little Venom? Maybe. I don't know. All right. Thanks, guys. I will see you later. Take care.